everybody, welcome back. Steven here, Northwest Small Batch Brewing, and today I want to talk about something I came across. This will probably be a pretty short one, but I think it's something not everybody knows about. It's something you can do at the homebrew level, but I don't think it's very common. It's more common to see it in the commercial brewing world, but you know, you might come across it in a recipe or something, and it'd be good to know, you know. Knowledge is power, right? So, Hopback. It's an interesting name. So, there's so much stuff involved with hops and when to add hops and what you call it, right? I've been a long proponent of saying that there's no such thing as a whirlpool edition. In my opinion, it should be called a late edition. You don't whirlpool. Like adding hops when you're whirlpooling doesn't make sense. You want the I won't get into that. That's a whole separate subject. But anyway, you can add, you know, add flame out. You can add a late addition, 10 minutes, 20 minutes after. The hopback is even later. So what you would normally do with a hopback, I'm using this as a little prop here because you can actually make one yourself. I'll try to find one. I don't have one, but I'll try to put a picture of one I can find to kind of give you an idea of it. You can also buy them commercially. Blakeman, I think, makes one. They're kind of expensive, but you can buy one pre-made, or you can just make one yourself. So the way it works is, you finish your brew day, right? You've done your boil. The wort's still hot. While it is still hot, but the heat is turned off, you take the wort from the pot, run it through your line into, let's say this. It goes into one side. You're going to have to drill a hole and put a connector, right? It goes into one side. Inside the jar, you're going to have hops. Probably, I would say, 1 ounce to 2 ounces of hops per, like, say, a 5-gallon batch. All right. Now, you don't want these hops to clog everything up and all end up in your, your fermenters. So you're going to have some sort of filter, right? Like, I mean, there's different kinds you can get, but like a bazooka screen or something, right? That's going to go on this side inside the jar with the hops. So as the hot wort is coming in, the screen is not so fine that it's going to not allow the liquid to get through. That liquid is mixing with those dry hops. It's still hot wort, it's just not boiling. Then it's going to come up the other side of this and out another opening, right? And that opening is going to go to a wort chiller. Whatever you want to use, however you're doing your wort chilling. And then it's going to go from there into your fermenter. That is a hopback. You're basically placing a device between your hot wort and your chiller, which then goes to your fermenter, so that it's forcing all your wort to go pass through some dry hops, basically. They're not really dry hop, late hop. I mean, they are dry, but a late hop addition, basically. Now, I don't know really if that would make, I mean, how different is that than just doing a late addition, right? If you're going to turn off the heat and then, I don't know, wait, probably takes about 5 minutes to hook everything up, 10 minutes, and then you run the wort through. What if you just did a late addition and put a couple ounces of hops directly into the pot or into a hop spider and just let it sit there for 10 minutes and then cool your wort down, right? Is that any different? I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But I think it's just another way of adding hop aroma and hop flavor to your beer without adding the bitterness. Anyway, if I can think of it, I wrote out a really terrible diagram of how this works. I'll probably not put that up, but if I find a better diagram that's, somebody has made, I'll see if I can pop that up. Like I said, you can do your own DIY with like a canning jar. It does have to be able to seal, obviously. Otherwise, when the jar fills up, You don't want that liquid to go everywhere. You obviously need a pump to be able to pump the liquid through it. But maybe that's easier than doing like a late addition or something, you know? If you have it all kind of set up ahead of time, I don't know. Just another way to do the same thing. But if you come across Hopback in a recipe and you don't have a device and you don't want to build something and go through all that just for that recipe, I think you'd be pretty safe adding that. Whatever amount of hops and whatever it calls for the Hopback, just add it as a late addition. Like wait 10 minutes after you've turned off the heat, add those hops either directly to your wort if you're doing a whirlpool later on, or put it in a hop spider if you want, and then, you know, give it like 10 minutes and then continue on your process. Anyway, I hope that helps. As promised, I kept this short. I'll be back in another week with another video, and until then, keep on brewing.